If you are thinking about two things at the same time, you are distracted. So, going with this definition, what we can do to avoid distraction? We have to remove all other things which are coming across our ways. Is it really possible, even? Yeah, it's possible because people are working like that. But it takes personal management. What do I mean by that? I mean, it takes management and inventory of your desires and things which you want to do. Also, your small daily activities as well as your bigger, larger goals. If you are taking the inventories of short term and long term goals along with your day to day activities, then you will be organized enough to be focused on one particular task at one time. So, we can do this by writing our distractions. Second point, we can do it by deciding what we are going to do with our distractions. And third, cleaning up our mind. Fourth, being present. So, in this video, I have tried to combine the knowledge of David Allen's book, Getting Things Together, as well as deep work by Cal Newport. So, let's get started. First point, writing down your distractions. If you see why we are distracted, we think about other things apart from our work. So, what are other things? These things could be the things which you have to do, starting from your household activities. Maybe you want to buy vegetables, you have to fix a car, or you have to fix a fan, or repair a bike, or you have to call your brother, whatever the thing is. But if that thing is having space of your mind, it is capturing your attention, and the thought is coming while you're working, which means it is distraction. So, what we can do to avoid that? So, whatever things which you have nowadays, you can write down those things and also write down at what time you will look after those things. Usually, people think about their health, their diet, their career while doing their work. But that is not the proper time to think about it, because that thinking is unproductive, because you cannot do anything about your health or career at the time of working. When you can do outside your work, when you are sitting silent, and that time if you are thinking about your career, thinking about your health, then you can make few changes in your lifestyle. You can write it down, you can think about it, what changes you can make in your life in order to improve those things. So that is what I'm trying to say here. You're writing down your distractions, and the moment you write down something, that very thing get erased from your brain. It happens because I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to buy a book and you're thinking about it. While driving, you're thinking about it that, yeah, I'm going to buy a book now. While having your lunch, you're thinking about that, yes, I'm going to buy a book. While working, while giving presentation, you're thinking about, I'm going to buy a book. Why this is happening? Because you have this intention, but you haven't written it down. And since you have not written it down, the thought is coming up to your head again and again, because it is not getting resolved. And the moment you write that I'm going to buy Psychology of Money at 4 o'clock on Saturday, if you write this in the diary, after that you will stop having that particular thought. It is the power of writing, because you have stored that information somewhere which is outside your head. So it is stopping asking you for your attention, because you have written that particular thing in the diary, and you know that you are going to look after that and you are going to follow through. And this is how writing helps you. So if you are writing all the distractions, whatever thoughts you are facing, or whatever things you are facing, if you are writing it down, you will erase all those thoughts while working, and you will concentrate on your work totally. It can really happen because, as I mentioned, there is a rule. If you are writing something, then you will erase that thought from your mind. Second point, deciding what you are going to do with your distractions. So let's say sometimes we get distracted because of discussions which we want to have with people, or let's say if you want to talk to someone, an important talk, you know what I mean. So that discussion you want to have, but you're looking at the cell phone that you will receive their text. They'll call you someday, or after some time they'll text you. If you're waiting, if you're looking at your phone, this is distractions, because you are not thinking about your work, You are thinking about that person when he will be going to text you or call you. You are thinking about that particular person. And this thought of that person is distracting you. And it could be with anything, not just about the person, but about any particular thing. Let's say you discussed with your brother and the discussion was unfinished. So you're thinking about what he's going to say now and what am I going to answer. So you're thinking about these thoughts because this is the unfinished task. Whatever is unfinished, whatever is unresolved, it will ask you for your attention. And when it will ask you for your attention, it will move you away from your work and you will be distracted. The definition which I am carrying this video is, if you are thinking about two things at the same time, you are getting distracted. Our role and the motto of this video is to clearing up your head, organizing your all the things and focusing on your work completely. So after writing down your distractions, second point you have to do, you have to decide what you are going to do with your distractions. So I'll give an example. If you are worrying about your career, if you are earning not so good package right now and you're worrying about your future, how you're going to earn the money and buy a house and make your parents proud. All these things you're thinking, but you have not made a plan about it. And you're just thinking about it. And this particular thought, it's a very important thought you're having all the time. While you're working, while you're exercising, while you're driving, while you're having your food, all the time you're thinking about this particular thing, that what am I going to do to earn more money or to get successful in my career. If you're having these thoughts, and you will have those because everyone has desire to upscale and grow. But if you are writing things down, that I'm going to do these many things, probably improving communication, probably learning more, probably applying for new jobs. If you're mentioning that I'm going to do these things to get upskilled in my career, to get successful in my career, if you're writing these things down, and if you're deciding what you are going to do with these thoughts or these distractions, I would say here. So if you're deciding those things and if you're working on that, spending no matter how little time is, but you're spending some time towards your goals or towards the things which you're having thoughts about, you will see that you will stop having those thoughts. You will see that somehow you're getting control over your life. Somehow you're managing your thoughts, all of the things in your life, resolving unresolved, finishing unfinished. If you are doing all these things, you will see that you are removing those things from your head, you are emptying your mind. Emptying mind while working is the biggest key for being productive. So there is a phrase called mind like water. If you are throwing pebbles in the water, you will see that water will not overreact or underreact. It will show ripples according to the size of your pebble. And after having those ripples, it will come to the normal state, which is calmness. Which is what we have to do in our life. Having your mind like water and working towards your dreams or your goals. If you are doing that, then you will see that you are not getting distracted. Distractions come when you are thinking about other things. Why do you think about other things when those things are unresolved? When those things are bothering you? If you have not done anything about those things, why will they stop to come to your head? They will come to your head if you are resolving that. If you are finishing those things, it will stop coming to your head. How you can start to do that? Simple. Writing your things, writing your distractions, and then deciding what you are going to do with those distractions. And last point, Peter Drucker coined this phrase, knowledge work. What he meant about that? Nowadays, 90% of our work is mental, cognitive. So it is important to look after our mental health and mental space. What is going in our mind? What about our emotions, feelings? We have to pay attention to these things because nowadays we are doing knowledge work. So if you are interacting with your clients, If you are preparing presentation and if you are doing cold calls, if you are researching, analyzing, developing, what you are using most of the time? Your brain and your mind. So what Peter Drucker says that in the knowledge work, your task is not given, but it is determined. Determination, what he means? Determination means it's kind of an intention that you're deciding, this is what I'm going to do. You're applying your willpower, you're applying your all mental faculties. You're learning about mental faculties first and then applying it. So, what I mean to say that if you are emptying your mind, if you're calming your mind, that is the ultimate solution for all the problems you have about your work, let's say distraction or lack of persistence, procrastination, whatever it is. If you're calming your mind, all your problem will be solved. Thank you very much for watching and subscribe to this channel for becoming a leader in your life. Thank you very much.